Hello, this is Donald from New Game Plus, and I am joined by Elias from our Magic the Gathering Sipping Plays and Walker Plus. How are you?
How's it going, guys? I'm good, Donald. How about yourself?
I am just admiring my sweet little Eyes of Cthulhu card back right here, and just look at him go. Where's your Eyes of Cthulhu card back, Elias?
I unfortunately decided not to sell out completely and have not pre-ordered the card
Mate, I'm not selling out. I'm buying in,
back.
and just pretend
Keep
I didn't
selling
use that
yourself
joke
that,
4 hours ago.
Donald.
It's a pretty sweet card back though. It's not going to replace my favorite, which is of course Old Mate Cupcake over here.
I
Just look
mean,
at
I
it.
can see you're definitely hitting that key 13 to 16-year-old demographic.
Yeah, well at least I could go if I wanted to go full edge lord. Well, I've got this one here, or the Diablo Rainbows one over here.
There is no problem with a pink card back, Donald. Now let's get into these cards.
Speaking of card backs and cards, by the way, do you personally? Ooh, okay, that's
From the old cards, Donald.
yeah, and other things here.
So what you essentially just got was Cthulhu. It was
Yes.
given to all players as a sort of like a welcoming gift, but also because you're going to be opening a lot of cards that reference Cthulhu, and not
Yeah.
having a Cthulhu to play them with is going to suck.
Yeah. And because like everyone who's signing up in or goes to log into Hearthstone in this first week of this new expansion pack, Whispers of the Old Gods, which is the reason why we're doing this, they'll guarantee get 3 free packs, which will inevitably get them a Cthulhu. Which is why I've got this really odd 53 number here.
It's definitely not doing anything to kill the hype that is currently surrounding this set.
No, and it doesn't help that though there are other hard games that are going through its own dramas at the moment. But we won't go into that. Instead, let's just see what we have here. Complete garbage.
I mean, let's not write it off just yet, Donald.
Hey,
You have a lot of cards to worry.
five legendaries, Alias. I'm not gonna be that YouTube video that opened up six bolfs or whatever it was.
I mean, I did get one.
So we've got an infest here, which gives which adds random beast to your hand.
This card actually seems kind of really interesting. I mean, I don't think it's going to be constructed playable, but I've always loved Hunter as a class,
Yeah.
and I look forward to some Beast Death Rattle shenanigans.
Yeah, and out of all the RNG based decks, Beast RNG is strangely the most consistent.
Yeah, it's not the worst, and to be perfectly honest, like, I think that this is gonna, while, like I said, while it's not gonna be the most competitive, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And this set, after a stale meta, it was actually the longest time between content releases for Hearthstone.
Mm. And what's good, it eventually just stabilized at mid-range druid being number one, secret paladin number two.
I am so glad they nerfed those cards.
What did secret paladin get nerfed again?
Well, it rotated out.
Yeah, but only oh yeah, like so it lost Shield of Minibot, it lost Must of a Battle, it lost a couple of the clutch secrets.
It lost its curve, which is, I guess, the fabled secret paladin curve.
Yeah. And I've got a corrupted seer here and a scream cultist. Which is the first instance we've seen of giving Cthulhu a buff whenever it enters the battlefield.
Which, yeah, they're really interesting to see which ones actually end up being the most powerful ones, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the Murloc's a lot more interesting to me. That guy looks like he's gonna be a baller.
And to be honest, I'm not too sure how much Cthulhu is going to influence the metas. Like you might get legendary. You might not get maybe get maybe one or two Cthulhu decks maybe up in the tier 1, tier 2, but it's not going to be like they're pushing it quite a fair bit, but it's still going to be the other decks that'll be competitive at the end of the day, I reckon.
To be perfectly honest, from what I've seen, it is going to be a very strong card going forward.
Mm.
I would also like to quickly point out Faceless Summoner. That card has been impressive from the get-go. People called it as huge, and it has been nothing short of
As in what? You get two
spectacular.
9 mana's worth of body in 3 drops aren't anything to scoff at either. You know
The
what is
worst
it? Hmm?
I was going to say the worst you get from that is a 1/1. Um, I think there may be an 0/3 in a llama bot, but at the
Yeah.
same time, generally it's going to be between a 2/3 and a 3/3 that it drops.
Yeah.
The most absurd is Injured Blade Master, who is a 4/7.
And the battle cry doesn't trigger because you didn't technically cast it as well.
Mm.
Hmm.
So the floor is not low, but the ceiling is really high.
You
But
know what
let's
else? You know
let's
what's really
crack into it.
high?
Come on, go for it. Don't leave me hanging any longer.
Yes, sheer. Everyone's opening a. No, that's. I was thinking the really good one. No, this is merely Yashal, Rage Unbound. I haven't actually seen this. To put a minion from your deck onto the battlefield. Huh. That could be potentially decent.
I mean, it's a 10 mana 10/10,
Yeah.
so it definitely seems like your type of card.
Yeah. Not enough. I think what is. I'm trying to figure out what my kind of cards is. Like, I'm having a bit of an identity crisis because I've lost my two decks. Oil Rogue is completely nerfed thanks to Blade Flurry being what now costing 4 mana, and Mid-Range Druid, Rip in Peace.
Let's not forget the fact that, Tinker's Sharpsword no longer exists in the meta.
Pour one out. Oh no, maybe we go back to the good old days of Miracle Rogue.
I mean, if that's what floats your proverbial boat, my friend, don't let anyone tell you no.
I try to float my boat using literal Hearthstone cards, but then Hearthstone cards don't actually exist in real life.
Oh. Alright, so what do we got here?
We've got a Vilefin Inquisitor.
More Murlocs.
Yep, Murloc Tribal's is going to continue to be a thing, mayhaps. Because what
Maybe
Murloc?
for you.
Sorry.
Maybe for you.
Yeah, like Murloc Paladin became a strangely competitive deck for like 3 weeks, right?
Okay, so I've got a question for you, Don.
Yes.
Murlocs have always been this tribe that appeal to a certain range of players. I mean, apart from the aspect that they all are adorable, they definitely invoke strong emotions among a certain select few individuals.
The World of Warcraft crowd, basically. Yes.
Do you share that affinity for our Finned friends?
I don't mind a good tribal deck, but I've never really been pushed to go for a tribal deck in Hearthstone or Magic or anything like that. Actually,
No, so the synergies don't do it for you.
not quite. I think the thing that what interested me most about Murloc Paladin is that they finally managed. They've been pushing this tribal for so long. It's finally happened. Meanwhile, Pirates just sitting over there being all sad boys.
I think the best part about Murloc Paladin is that it functions on the one mechanic that they are actively trying to get rid of from the game,
Which is
charge.
Yeah. It's 8 health to the enemy hero. Huh.
It's corrupted healbot. It's the opposite of the format's defining antique healbot.
Wait, that was in GVG, wasn't it? That just rotated out, right?
It's no longer around. Yeah. So this
Oh.
is the corrupted version.
Yeah. So what about Ragnar?
I mean, it's very clear power creep, Donald. The flavor text says so.
No, it says it's whatever power creep is backwards. I'm not being pulled over I'm not being pulled over by the police, so I don't need to recite the alphabet backwards. Thank you very much, sir.
Are you trying to tell us that you're drunk?
That
I'll
might
take that.
be the clinking of the glass against the microphone might say something.
I'll take that deafening silence as a resounding yes.
No, just a miniature denial, then not denial, then denial, then whatever it was.
It's only a problem if you don't open any more legendaries.
And I have a sticking suspicion, the one card that seems like we were talking about it just beforehand, a one card that's really broken out is that Shaman card, the 7/7 for 4 with Overload 2.
I mean, it's just a massive body, and the fact
Yeah.
that the Game Hunter doesn't really exist anymore, it just comes down so early and just helps you to really take control of the board.
Mm.
It's gonna do some stuff.
Yeah. How about these the Forbidden Cycle cards here of the 0 cost spend all your mana and something happens.
The consensus among the community is that the cards are generally trash.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them tested. Look at that. A
Golden Agmam Ranger.
Amgam.
Magma Ragnar. Milgrow Ilgrow.
Tell you what, I do love these golden animations. They have been putting in a lot of really good work.
Mm.
Getting these to look at pretty
Well, it is the golden age of GIF technology.
Some cool cards in that pack, by the way.
Yeah. The
druid
taunt.
one.
Yeah.
It's a 4/5 that gets +5 on its health if your Cthulhu has 10 attack or health.
And of course, like there are just random like your Cthulhu, of course, doesn't have to be on the battlefield at that time,
Hmm.
does it?
No,
Yeah.
Cthulhu. It's I think the key mechanic for Cthulhu involves wherever he is.
You
It's
mean
just
the
you can't
Cthulhu?
the Thune of the deck. Wait, hold on before you move on from that. It's gone.
Oh.
Um, just super quick. There was a card there, Fiery Bat,
Mm.
actually named after the first ever Hearthstone World Champion, Firebat.
Yeah.
He got his own card because, in the words of Ben Brode, you always remember your first.
Are we still doing phrasing? We're not doing
I
phrasing
mean,
anymore.
I think when it was that intentional,
Yeah.
you kind of just have to accept it.
Just have to what's called politely take it.
I'm just gonna leave that there and move on to the next pack, shall we?
Yep. Although distressingly, only one legendary so far, which is making me super sad.
Um,
3 goldens. They're all common, of course.
there's nothing wrong with that, I suppose. That's some cool dust. You've been getting
Yeah.
a decent number of epics as well.
Yep. Twilight Summoner.
Twilight Summoner seems like a really cool card to work into a Death Rattle strategy, maybe Death Rattle Rogue with Unearthed Raptor.
Yeah. That's the
I
one.
also I am a fan of Shifting Shade as well, by the
Yeah.
way.
Copy a card from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand.
Yeah.
Just to enhance that particular priest mechanic of stealing action.
Exactly. Now, by the way, if the pity pack timer theory is to be believed, I believe it's confirmed.
Yeah.
You should get at least one more legendary before the end of these packs.
Yeah. Though I kind of just want the what's it called, the Yogg.
Well, I'm sure you could craft him with all the remainder dust when you're done.
Yeah, as in like it's like if it's proven anything, it is YouTube bait.
Well, I mean, it's gonna spawn a lot of that hashtag content that
Yep.
you love, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really fun because most of the time it ends up screwing you a lot harder than it does your opponent.
Yeah, but the 40% that it doesn't screw what's it called yourself over.
That one game in 7 where you actually kill your opponent when you cast Yogg-Saron, it's gonna be glorious.
60% of the time and all that. That faceless behemoth. That no.
It's a 10
10,
minute
10 for 10.
You've got a much better one already in your Shah that you opened before.
Yeah. Ooh, another one.
Oh, hello. I told you, Donald. I'm like that guy that goes to a movie and screams out the ending before it even halfway through.
It was Earth all along. Captain America and Iron Man combined to defeat Superman.
I mean, I know this isn't. I don't know this isn't Hearthstone related, but Ant-Man's going to be in that.
Golden
movie
Boogie Monster.
as well. You are the guy, Donald. Screenshot that and send it straight to Reddit.
Dreams can come true. To other people, just not me.
I think someone will send you. You'll be gilded at least 3 times on this post because, I mean, just out of pity, to be honest.
Yeah.
Worst legendary ever, and you got it as a golden.
Yes. Well, so I think there goes all of my Hearthstone luck. I'm just gonna open hot garbage from here on in. Meanwhile, a friend just opens Cho'Gall. Eternal Sentinel, unlock.
That card is actually really good. It performs the same function as Lava Shock, which unlocks your overloaded mana crystals, and it just lets you get some crazy tempo. But this time it's on a 3/2 body, which is aggressive.
Yeah. Like,
For
it's
only
like
2 mana.
are they pushing Shaman quite a fair bit, given that Shaman was considered junk tier for the longest time?
Up until the aggro shaman dominance of the last couple of months, it was essentially the class whipping boy.
Yeah.
But yes, it seems like it's definitely going to be in a good place to move forward and at least be competitive among the other decks.
Like you've had a chance to play with some of the what's it called, Shaman cards since they've rotated to standard. How have you found it?
Well, I guess the inherent weakness of Shaman is the randomness of the hero power, but if you can build your deck in a certain way to take advantage of maybe the totem synergy, which is what I've been playing with, it doesn't seem too bad because it all does revolve around building up a board. So you want to be generating totems as much as possible, and I guess the more totems you generate, the more that randomness kind of evens out over time.
I just love the flavor of Psychotron over here.
I mean, I haven't spoken to anyone about this, but is that supposed to be a take on the guitar cultist from Mad Max?
Who Duff
Yeah,
warrior.
Doof Warrior. Doof
Huh,
Warrior.
I hadn't noticed that. I thought it's the obvious what's it called corrupted version of Annoyotron.
But the art itself, like he's playing
Yeah.
guitar, it looks like the Doof Warrior, doesn't it?
Yeah, kinda. Like, just remind. Like, I'm gonna have to look up the flavor text after this. Odds are I'll completely forget and then just end up watching Mad Max Fury Road immediately after this for some unknown reason.
I
Of
mean,
just
I don't know.
a random compulsion.
It was a great movie, Donald. I think that random compulsion.
It was a good movie.
I think that random compulsion is called taste.
What what is this taste business?
Um, but yeah, so that there's a lot of really cool little nods within the artwork.
Mm.
Um,
And World of Warcraft, like the whole, like ever since World of Warcraft went full panda on us, like they haven't been afraid to squeeze in a derpy pop cultural reference into here, as they don't take their lore seriously, unlike say Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic.
well, funny you say that, Donald. I've actually recently found out that a lot of very famous Magic artists,
Mm.
such as Boris Zoltan and Raymond Swanland, actually do some of the art for Hearthstone cards.
Yeah, I suppose it makes sense.
The fantasy genre is a real in club.
Yeah, pretty much. This could seem, aggro. It's aggro warrior potentially. You think?
Look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It's widely considered one of the worst weapons to be created for the warrior class.
Huh.
5 mana for a 2/2 weapon, regardless of the infinite value you're going to get.
Yeah. Well,
Is
it
very
seems
worth
to
the 10
sum
off.
up my app opening so far. This is just Hearthstone's way of telling me, yeah, like even we don't think that people should spend 50 packs at once as a pre-order.
I actually, I actually was browsing on the Reddits before and came across a streamer whose name escapes me. He streamed a 7 hour set where he opened 1,700 packs.
Holy crap, that's a lot of like. Did he feel good about himself afterwards?
I mean, I'm not even sure to be perfectly honest, but
Yeah,
hey, whatever makes you happy. And
yeah,
you just put another legendary on it. You want to tell us
yeah.
about it?
Sogoth the Slitherer is taunt who cannot be. That doesn't seem good.
I mean,
Like
he's
it
a
seems
taunt.
fine enough, yeah, but by the time you get to the 9 drops, you can take out 2 of their creatures or a creature a spell, but still, or actually maybe not a spell. You're taking out 2 of their creatures, so I suppose it's okay rated. Like it seems much more powerful than something like say like that would definitely be the engine to an arena deck.
Well, A, it's almost like a strictly better bulk ram shield.
Yeah.
And B, I
I
think one of
think
the key things
the
about this
lints in
card is that.
the lints I'm scratching at here is probably more playable than both.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of the key things about it is that it's a really strong neutral taunt.
Yeah. What about Evolve? Could like Evolve seems like an interesting card.
Evolve is possibly one of my favorite cards from the set so far. There is the dream play of going Onyxia, which is an 8/8 that fills your board with 1/1s,
Yep.
into Evolve.
Yeah.
That travels 10 mana together to get a 10 mana card, so most likely an old god,
Mm.
and or Deathwing,
Yeah.
and 6 other 2/2s. The low cost of 10
9 mana.
mana.
Like again, but you wouldn't try and build a constructed deck around that, would you? Like, or maybe one just for funsies.
I'm definitely going to be trying to build a constructed deck about around it.
Yeah. Make the dream come true.
Look, I want to say one thing. Another thing about Hearthstone at the moment, I haven't had this much fun with deck building and playing on the constructed ladder with jank decks in a long time. And for that, I really have to give a shout out to Blizzard. They've done a really good job with this set.
Yeah, like there seems like a lot of potential build around me, and just, like it's also sort of due to the fact that we are coming from such a dry, barren environment as well. I wasn't too much into deck. I don't think I was in too much into Hearthstone when the Grand Tournament was came out, like the last major expansion. So I'm not sure what the deck building environment would have been around then. But like just like, even like say just on a flavor level, like this deck, this entire set is like super enjoyable.
It's a home run on the flavor aspect. You're right. And the grand tournament was, I mean, how interesting can you make a jousting tournament? But
I like
when that
Joust.
when that came out, by the way, viewers, for those that aren't aware, he's actually referring to Johann Sebastian Joust.
Yes,
Is that what it's called?
yes, the only the only reason one should carry a PlayStation Move controller on them, and even then, don't carry a PlayStation Move controller on you.
I mean, if I was running a Joust tournament and someone rocked up with a random move controller, I would definitely not begrudge them a spot on my backs.
Hmm.
Um, nice little golden rare for you there.
Yep. Well, I think we're very much starting to see the sort of the tail end. Like maybe I'll open up another D's card. Like maybe I haven't paying attention. I haven't like the card I kind of want to open up was that 7/7 Shaman, and I've not seen a single one so far. But
The
thankfully here's a
7/7 for 4.
yeah. Thankfully here's a
You've opened 2, I think.
I know. Like if besides here's a common anyway. So that's actually the second power word tentacle, golden power word tentacles as well.
I was going to say that is just great.
Yes. So blessed be RNGesus.
Praise be unto him. 12 packs left. We've got room for another legendary, Donald. You can do it.
Watch
Tell
me,
it you're in a Reynad.
watch me trip over and end up opening another goddamn boogeyman. like I'm almost pinning my hopes on opening up that goddamn card.
So what? Oh, there you go. A golden flame wreath faceless. That is
Yeah.
the card that you wanted to open, no?
Yes, and in golden form too. So thank you, wizards. The wizards that work at Blizzard
Good save.
of the coasts.
You've opened like 17 fiery bats so far. I think it's a sign that maybe you shouldn't have disrespected it so heavily the first time around.
Well, I'm gonna continue disrespecting it the 19th time. All right. Like if Hunter Face, like it could seem like a potential slun to an super aggressive Hunter Face-esque deck though.
It's a solid one drop.
Yeah.
And I think the Death Rattle is going to make it fit very nice into a. Is it Yashar that brings back all the Death Rattle minions?
I can't remember.
One of the old.
Yeah.
Guys. Still not as familiar with the set as I should be.
But isn't
In Ritual.
Eldritch Horror, isn't that a magic card?
I mean, a lot of this set does take its bearing from Lovecraftian horror,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's where the word Eldritch actually comes from.
Ah.
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, New Game Plus viewers. With as much spite and malice as you can handle.
So essentially, be what the internet does, basically.
Oh.
And that's like the 5th infest I've opened up as well in that previous one.
Cold Sorcerer is a strong card as well, but
Yeah.
that card looks really good. They've done a good job on this pack opening animation as well.
Ah. Pretty decent pack.
Yeah, not too bad.
Two
I will
two
say
epics,
that
yeah.
While you haven't been opening as many legendaries as most people might expect, your epic numbers have been quite up there.
Have been quite ecstatic. Quite
I was
quite
trying to
it's
think of a
quite
pun.
exaggeratedly high. Quite epic. Crap.
I'm gonna get you one of those gold stars that says "You try"
Oh, can I at least get an elephant stamp?
with a subtitle and didn't know when to stop.
So it's a real car crash of a joke, if you will.
Good thing about our horrible viewing experience is that we just get to keep on plowing through.
Just
See,
don't even acknowledge the nightmare. Just keep on going.
Just keep pushing through, Donald.
Well, we're into our second last pack here. We've got an Undercity Huckster and a Midnight Drake amongst the Spawn of N'Zoth, Primal Fusion, and the 15th Power Word Tentacles.
Look, at least you're gonna give something +2/+6 a lot.
Yeah. Actually, no. I don't think so. And lucky last, let's open a bolt.
Best of luck, Don.
Hey.
Oh, he's done it. Okay. All All right, Donald. Two rares.
Let's
Let's get a
yeah.
golden rare going first.
We got a Darkshire Librarian.
This card actually looks really fun.
Discard a random card, draw a card. So it is actually the opposite of that Druid card, except with cards instead of mana crystals.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Golden rare. So,
This is quite a good pack.
and let's ruin it. The
Hey.
a Twin Emperor Velcor.
Card's actually real good.
So as potential what you just need four at a minimum four creatures to pump up Cthulhu, then which play this on turn 7 or whatever and get 8 power onto the battlefield.
Well, most creatures will actually pump up Cthulhu by more than +1/+1.
Yeah.
And furthermore, if you have some sweet brand Bronzebeard synergy, you get 3 4/6s with Taunt.
So maybe a good place in Death Rattle Rogue. Assuming Death Rattle Rogue somehow plays Cthulhu as well.
You mean Battlecry Rogue?
Shut up! I've just opened 53 packs, okay? They all just sort of fade into each other at the end of it.
What even are mechanics?
Yeah.
So we've got a whole range of new cards, and how much dust are you sporting?
I could potentially crack 725 dust to bring my total up to 1700, and that's
Hey,
that's not including the what's called the now nerfed cards that I can potentially get.
In any case, I think you have more than enough for your homeboy Yogg-Saron.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy.
The
That guy we
one
were talking about 15 minutes ago.
The one guy you wanted to open.
Yes. So generally, you're looking forward to playing around with this set, aren't you, Alice? You've done,
I really am.
you've done your pack opening as well. Did you get anything good from that one?
I actually did. I'm gonna butcher the names here. I have the new Mage Legendary. Nom 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 nom
Nom night, yeah.
I also got the Twin Emperor that you just pulled.
Yeah.
I also managed to get a copy of Bolt Frameshield from a single TGT pack that I opened.
Hooray! You got 400 dust. Congratulations.
I do try. There he is. And if you actually go to him for a moment, if you wouldn't mind.
Anomalous.
As much as I remember the flavor text.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at, and I'm looking forward to playing Set a lot.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Alice, for joining me in this exercise in absolute indulgence.
Definitely come over to Planeswalker Plus one day. I'll teach you how to play some Magic.
What's this magic business? Yes, and thank you, viewers, for watching, and continue to stay tuned onto New Game Plus for more video game videos and possibly some hot nonsense like this.
Where would somebody watch New Game Plus?
Well, they could watch it on the YouTube page that they are literally on right now, or if they are in Melbourne, they can go onto Channel 31, 10 p.m. Wednesday nights. In the meantime, I'm just gonna stare deep into my eye over here.
All hail Cthulhu.